Shah, and this is Clear View. If you've been watching the news, there's been a lot of talk of a video that has gone viral. It's a video of an interview by Fox News correspondent Lauren Green of popular author Reza Aslan. Take a look. Now, people have been talking about how Lauren Green should have done her homework, and how she embarrassed herself, and how she even revealed the underlying prejudice that people have against Muslims, besides the many other ugly things that they have said about her. The question is Lauren Green really a bigot who did not do her homework? Well, my cultural and my educational background allows me to take a look on this subject from a different angle. I am a broadcast journalism major, and I'm completing my PhD in biblical studies. First of all, Lauren Green was not wrong for asking questions raised by other people. In fact, journalists do that all the time. No journalist has the time to read every book that comes off the press. You have to rely on critics. You have to rely on what the experts have said about a book. She was simply giving Mr. Aslan the opportunity to respond to his critics, and that's perfectly fine. The next question is, was she wrong for focusing on the fact that Mr. Aslan was a Muslim? Now think about it. If this book was written by just any Joe Schmo, would it be that interesting? Would it actually make the news? Of course not. It's because it was written by a Muslim about Jesus Christ, that's what makes the news. Now, Mr. Aslan kept insisting that he has a PhD in the field, and he could not understand why Miss Lauren Green was focusing on the fact that he was a Muslim. Now, there are several things wrong with that line of reasoning. First of all, just because you have a PhD does not mean that you are an expert on every subject. A PhD in sociology and a post in creative teaching or creative writing does not qualify you to be a biblical historian. Even if you did have a PhD in the subject, your reasoning should be valid. So, all that set aside, why did Lauren Green really have an issue with the fact that Mr. Aslan was a Muslim? To be honest, I think she was trying to be courteous. She was asking without asking, can you be a Muslim and still claim to be an objective scholar on Jesus? You see, historically, Muslims have not been very objective when it comes to Christianity. They don't accept what Christians say about Jesus. They don't accept what the Bible says about Jesus. They don't go along with what history has said about Jesus Christ. So Lauren Green was simply asking the question, can you be objective? Now, just for argument's sake, somebody may say, of course you can be. After all, there are many Christians who write objectively about Islam. Now, that's true. But Mr. Reza's case is unique. In his own testimony, he was a nominal Muslim, and then at the age of 15, he became an evangelical Christian, and then he lost his faith. He renounced Christianity and then became a practicing Muslim. So the question in Lauren Green's mind, along with many other people, is this. If you are writing about a faith that you have renounced, can you really be objective? If in your heart Islam has trumped Christianity, can you truly, objectively write about Jesus Christ and history? Frankly, Mr. Aslan benefited tremendously from the interview. In fact, just look at how many books have been sold. You can pay for all that publicity. That's all. Stay tuned as we review this book piece by piece.